to try to do something with. I had worked on it, didn't like it, and I folded the top part over on this part of the Yupo, and it actually made a mirror image. And I didn't throw it away. I decided I sort of like it, and maybe at some time I'll attempt to do something with it. I think it looks like a vase of flowers, and I certainly do like this part of it. I did a lot of spatter. I allowed the image to just run, and it wasn't what I intended at first, but this is what I have. So now I'm going to attempt what I will call a rescue. I have several other ones. I don't always throw everything away, because at some time I might try to do something with it. At times it works and other times it doesn't, so hopefully I'll be able to do something with this because I really, really like it. What I've done is I have a paper towel and I just sprayed it a little bit, very lightly, with some alcohol, and now I'm going to work over on this side and see what happens if I very gently wipe out some of that area so that I have a more defined vase. This will take some work, but you can see what I'm doing, and I just want to get all the little splotches out. I'll continue to do that and show you when I'm done what it looks like. So you can see what I did. I cleared out this side by just gently rubbing with a paper towel that had a very light spray of the alcohol on. I wiped out most of what was beyond what I am now calling my vase, and sort of brought it on the other side and want it to go to create a tabletop. I will now do the same thing to get rid of some of those hard edges that you see on the outer part of this painting beyond the flowers, where everything seemed to just gather. This is what I have so far. Okay, here goes. Can't promise you that this is going to work, but what I'm using is my palette, in which I have originally, poured inks that I've used with a brush, and they have dried, and you'll find that I can use the edges of this to get the colors that I want. One of the most important things is to know your colors. I can tell you which ones are duck blue and which ones are citrus and which ones are fuchsia. It's very, very important that you know that, so that when you're doing something like this, you can just know what color you're using. So what I'm doing first, I have some alcohol in a container, and I'm taking a brush, and the first thing I would like to do is to go into this well with my wet brush. And now I'm getting a nice wash that I can use without pouring ink on. So how about just putting some here? I want to use this to my advantage. I like those colors. I'm going to put them in different places. I'm going to run them in here so that there is a shadow side, so that I also have a more defined vase. Now I'll take my brush and I wet it with some alcohol. I'm going to allow that to run, and being just very, very careful so that it doesn't go further than I really want it to go. I want to get some of that out of there. Again, I dipped it in my brush, cleaned it up. And what I'm going to put in there is a little from my green. And I'll drop that right there because I want to get rid of some of that yellow. It doesn't have to be all. Now you can see that right there went further than I want. So it's still at a point where I can take a piece of paper towel and wipe that unwanted edge away. And this is what I have so far. Just take a look at the vase. Colors are now coming in there, and will work on them even more. It's all a matter of experimenting with it, being very, very careful, proceeding cautiously, which I hope to do because I really do like this painting so far.